It's John here from Screaming Tree Media, your strategic partners in helping you build a 5-star reputation and then market that reputation to get more customers. Hey, it's John here from Screaming Tree Media, and I'm here to talk to you about something of significant importance to your business. Now, we have a very strategic and specific attention that we give to the local marketing that we do at Screaming Tree Media, and it's quite a bit different than a lot of other companies. A lot of other companies pay a little bit of extra lip service at the tail end to how to significantly grow your business, impact your business, and how things like ratings and reviews and that kind of thing impact your growth. At Screaming Tree Media, with our clients, what we've noticed is when it's done properly, when our clients follow our protocol, when they do what we say that they should do, and they grow their reputation, and they allow us to market that reputation online, their businesses dramatically improve. Like, we've seen stunning improvements, and there's a reason for that, and I want to show you what that reason is again this year. And what I like to use is a report that's put out by BrightLocal. So BrightLocal is an agency software developing company for companies like myself. They actually create reporting tools. They do research. It's founded by this fellow right here, Miles Anderson, one of the smartest people in local marketing as far as tools and reporting and studies and all of that kind of stuff. So they've got a really great team. And one of the things they put out every year now is called a Local Consumer Review Survey. And I just want to walk you through the one that just got released within the last month and a half or so. So they've done it since 2010, but I want to show you some of the key takeaways and some of the major points that have been made in the Local Consumer Review Survey for 2016 that just got released. So 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. These are just some takeaways that we're going to kind of get into. 7 out of 10 consumers will leave a review if they are asked, and that's asked correctly. 90% of consumers read less than 10 reviews, forming an opinion, but 54% of people will visit a website after reading the reviews. And 73% of consumers think that reviews older than 3 months are no longer relevant. So these are a couple of major points on how reputation reviews can impact your business. But I want to kind of go a little bit deeper into this. So with any sort of survey, the question always comes up, well, how many people were sampled and studied, and what's it all about? So they've been doing this since 2010, and they've seen some dramatic shifts. That's keywords right here in consumers' search for local businesses. We're talking in the last 6 years and even in the last 2 years. There's been dramatic shifts. What worked before doesn't work now is what that means. And the role that online reviews plays in consumer research and decision-making process has changed as well. And I'll show you what kind of has evolved out of this. So what you think you know from a year or 2 years ago or 5 years ago running your business is entirely different. It's dramatically different. In 2016, they reached out to 1,062 individuals who completed the survey. These are just consumer panels. What we're going to be doing is just kind of showing you sort of the trends that happened. So one of the questions is, why are online reviews so important? And it is one of the most powerful marketing assets a business has. And the word assets is really important in that sentence as well. We've actually seen companies who can sell their business for significantly higher money. So if they're the number one reputation in their local marketplace for a roofing company, a carpet cleaning company, a painting company, you name it, any type of business, a dentist, a chiropractor, that is an asset to the business. That asset is online, it's visible, and it drives more business. So it is a powerful marketing asset to the company. Social proof contained within reviews and star ratings helps consumer cut their research time down and make decisions faster with greater confidence. That's what everybody wants because they're on their mobile phones, they're clicking away, and they want to make a fast decision with greater confidence. The growing quantity of online reviews and review sites covering more industries and services provides a huge benefit both consumers and businesses to fully embrace reputation marketing. And there's a term that was coined only a few years ago, the ability to take reputation management and brand marketing and market your brand as your reputation, and why that's important. And they're going to be doing a follow-up on the research that they're currently conducting right now on what they've noticed with search click-through rates because of positive star ratings. So the companies with the highest star ratings get more click-through rates, therefore more traffic, which is more customers. And the landing page performance, one of the things that we talk about with our clients is give us access to your website and we will put your reputation on your landing page and watch the landing page convert more people into customers. So all of this is all about getting more jobs and more money in your bank account. What we're going to kind of go down here is the questions that they've asked, and we're not going to focus on all of them because there's quite a few that they asked, but we're going to focus on a few of the key ones. So how many times have you used the internet to find and search for local businesses in the last 12 months? Let's just take a look at that one right now. So how many times have you used the internet to find and search in the last 12 months? We've got people that are very few people are using never. Key finding here is 53% of consumers search for local businesses at least one time per month versus 43 last year, up 10%. That's huge. 69% of consumers search for local businesses at least 6 times per year versus 60. Again, up 10% in 1 year. And only 5% said they've never searched for a local business online. That was almost 10% last year. That's down by half. So basically more and more people are actually searching for reviews online. Do you read reviews to determine whether a local business is good or bad? And how do you typically find them? We've found that the key findings here is that more people are reading reviews on a regular basis, up almost, like, again, that's a 30% increase right there. 91% of consumers regularly or occasionally read online reviews. That is almost everybody statistically, and only 9% of consumers don't read online reviews versus 29 in 2010. So look at the dramatic shift that's going on with people and reviews. So why do we think reviews are important? Because consumers think they're important. How do you typically find reviews? They use search engines or go directly to the review sites. People go to the search engines or they go to review sites. 2/3 go to the search engines, but a third of people, more than a third of people, go directly to the review sites. That's like Yelp. That's like Facebook now is considered a review site. Google Maps is considered a review site. There's specific industry ones as well, TripAdvisor for traveling and stuff like that. So very important that your reviews are in more than one place. If you've got all your reviews on Google or only reviews on Facebook, that's not a good thing. But let's move down here to trust and influence, because that's really important stuff. How many online reviews do you read before you feel you can trust a business? Key findings here: 90% of consumers read about 10 reviews or less before they can trust a business. Consumers' opinion, they form an opinion by reading 1 to 6 reviews. So key analysis is you need to have reviews, a number of reviews for people to read. You can't just have 1 or 2. How many different types of sites do you go to? So here is another one that 20% of consumers only look at 1 review site. 59% look at 2 or 3 review sites. So again, all your reviews are on Google, you're missing out because they're going, I don't trust that. I need multiple sources. You need them spread around the web. One of the reasons why with what we do at Screaming Tree Media is about getting reviews spread around the web and market them around the web as well. So let's go look at this one. For a local business, how recent, current, does an online review need to be to have an impact on your decision? Now, if you look here, businesses, the numbers are within the last 2 weeks, within 1 month, and they tail off for older reviews. Something that we've told people and clients for a long time now is if you've got reviews from an event that you did a year ago, 2 years ago, where you went out and got a whole bunch of reviews, your customers are not trusting that, or potential customers are not trusting that. 73% of consumers think that reviews older than 3 months are not relevant. If you don't have current reviews coming in on a regular basis, 73% of the people that are looking at those aren't trusting those. 22% of consumers will only consider reviews written within the last 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's almost a quarter of everybody looking at reviews will only consider the ones that came in within the last 2 weeks as being relevant. Very key finding there about having this as a constant part of your business, not just do it for a while and then stop. How do online customer reviews affect your opinion of a local business? This is a major one. Look at this. So 74% said positive reviews help them trust a business more. 60% said negative reviews make them question the quality of the business. Only 5% said they don't pay attention to reviews at all. That's down over half from 1 year ago. So what they're saying is that 60% of the people looking at negative reviews basically will not trust you if you've got negative reviews showing up. So if you get a negative review, you better make sure you're having positive reviews showing up on top of it on those sources so that it pushes those negative reviews down. It's okay to have a mix. You can have one wacko in the crowd, but if you've got a bunch of negative reviews or the very first one they see is a negative review, you've lost that customer. So it's that important to people. Next one, do you trust online consumer reviews as much as a personal recommendation from a friend? So look at this. 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation versus only 80% in 2015. That is going up. 60% of people say they still don't trust online reviews. That is going down because online reviews are becoming more and more trustworthy. Now, if we scroll down here, this one isn't in the linkable list from the top, but number 17, in the last 12 months, have you reviewed or recommended a local business to people you know by any of the following methods? And they talked about word of mouth, Facebook, Twitter, Yelp, TripAdvisor, Google, other review sites. So how did you refer people to a business? I think this one is very shocking as well. Now, word of mouth is still the most popular. People tell other people. The interesting thing about that is, what does somebody do when they get a recommendation from the friend? They actually go and Google it. So the person didn't send them the recommendation by Google, but they said it word of mouth, and the person goes and Googles to read about the business, read the reviews, learn about their reputation before calling. They don't just call a business because their friend mentioned it, but that's how they recommend a company to somebody else. This is interesting though. 47% of consumers said they recommend local businesses on Facebook. So now your Facebook page and your reputation on there becomes really, really important because they recommend them on Facebook. What does the person do? They're going to go look for you on Facebook. They're going to search the Facebook search bar. And that was only 17% a year ago. That is up a staggering 30% in 1 year. Google has seen an increase of 9% since the 2015 numbers, and people are using Twitter more now. It's actually gone up to 21%. So major push on social media as becoming a place to recommend businesses to other people, to tweet about them, to tell people on Facebook, and it's just all part of our social media culture. So all in all, what we're looking at here is, in this consumer study, we're just finding that reviews and reputation marketing has become one of the most important and impactful things that your business can do to grow. Without it, you're in the weeds. You're just one of the mud, and the average consumer has no idea how to pick you over anyone else. Done properly, where you've got reviews, you've got review videos, you've got stuff going around the web all about your business, and it's all positive comments, your own clients' comments being published in strategic ways around the web and linking back to your website and having reviews on your website when they land there and on your sales pages and landing pages. All of that is converting more and more business for the businesses that are using those methodologies on a consistent basis. So just wanted to share how reputation and reviews have transformed even in the last year since we've last done an update on this survey. So hope that you found that insightful. Very important stats. Make sure you're getting reviews from your clients. Make sure you're marketing those reviews. Make sure you're getting social media comments. Make sure you're actually operating your business in a strategic manner. You're working on your business, not just in it. You're growing your business because it's an asset that will make you more money when you want to sell your business as well, and make you more money every single day by standing out against your competition. I hope you found this helpful. Again, it's John at Screaming Tree Media, and thanks so much.